What's up, y'all? Glory to God. We are now back live. Y'all know it's me, KD, your divine cosmic cousin, divine cosmic cheerleader, all things divine, checking in with another live, y'all. And today we're actually here because I want to not only do a lunch bang, but I also want to do a story time because it is Virgo season and I haven't done a story time in a long time. And I've been pumping out some content. Y'all know it's Virgo season. So I'm like, I've been pumping out the content. I have some shorts content that I will be working on after this. And I also didn't want to not do a live video today because I love being live. But it was just like, what am I really going to go live for today? And I was kind of overthinking it. So what did I do? Because we in our bag. So what do we have to do? We had to go back to that Bible. So before we do anything, let's thank God for this day. Thank God for letting us be here. Thank God for protecting over us, watching over us, covering us with a cloak of protection from the blood of the Lamb. Thank you for letting the day, life, the days be great, Lord. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. We honor you. We praise you. We love you. We give your name and all the glory because you are worthy. You are so magnificent. And we thank you for this food that we about to receive as well. Thank you, Lord, for letting it be a good consumption of nourishment to our bodies, Lord. Thank you for blessing the hands that prepared it. Thank you for letting it sit well on our stomachs. Thank you for not letting us not letting it sit bad on us. All right. Thank you, Lord. We thank you, Lord. We love you. We praise you. Amen. All right. So Bible verse of the day is in the description because I'm like, that's also what got us here. Like I said, because I had to go to the Bible. Happy birthday to everybody that's born today, because that means you are a Virgo. And the Bible verse today is coming from Romans 9:16, and it does say, it does not, therefore, depend on human desire or effort, but on God's mercy. Like, as simple as that. Like I said, I had to go to the Bible. I'm like, what's the Bible verse of the day, God? Let me see what the Bible verse of the day is. Like, I'm thinking about what the content is going to be. And like I said, it does not therefore depend on human desire or effort, but on God's mercy. So I got to do what I do on my end because faith without works is dead. So it's like I got to do the where I got to live, live, do whatever we got to do to get to what we got to be. So we got the glories in the chat. We love to see it. We love to see it. So with that being said, I did make what I like to call a size soup because it's basically a dirty pot minus the crab legs. So it's no crab legs in the pot, but everything else that, would be in a crab leg pot. I have not tasted it, so we are going to do a little taste test because yeah, I guess this is a taste test because I'm also trying to perfect my dirty pot because I'm a Floridian. I'm a Southern girl. And I have to know how to make a dirty pot. It's just like a real like Florida girl rite of passage. So I'm like, I made me a little dirty pot. Like I said, it is just the seafood boil minus the crab legs. I really don't even eat shrimp, but I did throw out just a few just to add a little additional something to it besides just the size. But y'all know chicken is egg anyway, so that's the protein in the egg, so we still good on that. Then we got the peanuts, and then we got some potatoes in here because I really love potatoes. That's the main reason, like, for what I love a dirty pot for is the potato. The egg actually been coming through lately, and I realized because the egg is protein, I'm gonna give that egg, a little something, something. Then put the peanuts in here too, really doing it. Like I said, I don't care for shrimp. That's why it's really at the bottom of it. It's literally like one, maybe two shrimp up in here because I just like the, sucking the juice off of it. It's more like a lollipop to me. The shrimp is a lollipop. I'm literally just sucking, like I said, the soup juice out of it because I can't, it'd be crazy to get a spoon knowing that it's just seafood size. And also, we're going to do a story time, y'all, because I haven't done a story time in quite some time, and this is YouTube. And like I said, I was overthinking what my content was going to be. So let's get into this. So yeah, grab your treats or snacks, whatever the case may be, whatever you need, so we can go ahead and get into this thing. Because the story time that I want to tell y'all about today is, okay, so this is actually going to be a two-part story time, which is why I'm telling this. And the story time is going to be the time, but you gotta stay with me because my mama accidentally got us together because she didn't even know who he was. And it's so funny because I got on my wake and bake dispensary tea. So funny. If y'all want to do sponsorships, anything, y'all know, holla at the girl. I'm ready. But yeah, I'm like, let me go ahead and crack open this cola can so we can get into this. Okay. So, and also I'm telling the story because not only is he deceased at this point, which is so unfortunate. I know. Wow. Spoiler alert. The tree man is no longer alive. It's not funny. It's really not funny. I'm just saying, like, how, right? Because see the emojis, because it's just like, shocker there. But that's part of the reason why the story is, we gonna tell this story outside of the fact that my mama accidentally got us together, not knowing who he was. He's no longer alive. And like I said, this is a two-part story that we're gonna have another story time for, because it is a juicy story time as well. But I guess, and then like a little bonus is, the first video on my YouTube channel is about the story time about how I can't have kids naturally because of the surgeries that I went through. And he was there for all of that, which is why like he will always have like a special place in my heart. So it's like, oh, I guess that's another story time about what happened to him. I'm like, maybe that might be a 3-part story time, because I gotta stick with part 1 to kind of get the gist, and then part 2 will make sense. And it's a lot that happened with this guy. So that's why I'm like, I spent a good like 5+ years with this guy, like off and on, but like main thing, it was just kind of a lot for me because he had a kid. So there was like, you know, that y'all know I don't have kids, and he had a kid, but he made it very clear to me, like he was just like, I had a kid, and you know, I had a kid, but it would, you know, I wouldn't recommend, I wouldn't do it again. You know, he was just like, this is a situation that I'm really just having to live with because it was an accident. He was just like, if I didn't have kids, if I didn't have this kid, I wouldn't have kids. But he was just like, I ain't trying to have no more because I see what I done did and the woman that I done did. Yeah, all of that. It's a lot. That's why I'm like, yeah. But we're talking about how how I got with this man. So I'm like, what's up, y'all? I'm like, first of all, we gotta do a little taste test stuff. But I'm like, now y'all get the premise of what we got going on. But I gotta do a little taste test of my dirty pot. Like I said, I love the potatoes. The potatoes is what I'm here for. Please be good, God. It's heavily salted. And I thought about it when I was putting my seasonings in, because I was like, wait, I thought the garlic, now that I know it's salt, I thought it was powder. But then when I looked at the ingredients and I was like, it's salt, I was like, oops. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad in the least bit. That's, hold on. I'm like, that's actually pretty good. Especially how the flavor got to seep in the potatoes. Got a little kick to it because of the dirty pot. Okay. So, boom. So, a couple years ago, I met this dude. Oh, my God, at the gas station. At the gas station. I'm at the gas station. And it's so funny that I remember this, how I met him. This is so funny because I also found out at the gas station that he was no longer alive. I'm telling you, there's so many story times with this. Oh my God. Because his cousin told me at the gas, he was like, you must not know. And yeah, it was wild. Oh, that's something. Okay, so boom. Met him at the gas station. I'm going to the gas station one day because I need some papers. Because y'all know. All right. So I need some rolling papers. So I'm at the gas station, like, boom. I need some rolling papers. I might have just gotten off work. And I'm like, let me get me some papers before I go back to the house. He, like every other dude that be at the gas station that sell treats. So I'm like, another dude got me at the gas station. The same gas station on the same tip. Because they be scoping the scene. Doop, doop, doop. So, boom. I get my papers. I walk out the store. Mind you, I peeped him. I'm so glad he's not alive. I kind of hate that he's not, so he can't give his side of the story. But I peeped him before I even walked in the store. And I'm like, please don't let this man say nothing to me. He looked like he a tree man. I'm like, please don't let him say nothing to me. But he was fine. I will tell you that he was fine. And it was fine. So, I go in the store. I get my papers. I walk out. And he like, hey, let me holler at you. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. He done spotted me. He got me. I'm on the hook, y'all. I'm on the hook. He reeling me in. I'm a big shark, but he reeling me in. You know, like a shark. I'm fighting too. I'm like, no. You know how you get that shark on that hook? I'm girl shark. I can't let him get me, y'all. But I'm on that fucking hook. Got me. Drewski, we got her. We fucking got her. Like, it was, and I'm so mad Drewski a Virgo like me. Happy Virgo season, because we always do too much. Your favorite entertainer is probably a Virgo. Love that for us. So, boom. Hey, let me talk to you. And I'm just like, trying to play it. Ooh, because I'm just like, what do you want? He just like, I need that if you got that. Take my number. And I'm like, I already got somebody that I get my stuff from, because obviously I'm about to go from. So it's just like, I'm good, but you know, I'm gonna take your number down just in case you know, because the tree man always be the other tree man. You can call them. They 10 minutes down the street for 4 hours. You know, they be doing other things. It's like you supposed to be on the block being a tree man, but they don't be on the tree man like he was supposed to at the corner store with it. But they was on the corner. You know, they be having kids and being daddies and gotta take them to school and do it like this. Different, okay? So I'm like, it ain't nothing to have a little roller deck. So when we want to roll up, we good. You get me? Okay, boom. So I'm like, you know, fine. I'll take your number down. But I have no intention on calling this man. Okay, I have no intention on calling this man. But I know at the time, I'm trying to part ways with the tree man that I got now. Not that I'm dating him or anything like that. But like I said, he's so wishy-washy. So I always gotta stalk you. You're not on the block like you used to be. I used to just be able to pull up. You're right outside your house. Why are you not outside your house anymore? I don't like that for you. Your homeboys, ain't nobody outside the house no more. What are we doing here? So like I said, I'm on a hunt, because I'm just like, but at the same time, you know, when you got somebody that give you that got you, especially as a girl, and the bags be bagging, especially when they be the free bags, because he be doing it on the referrals and all that kind of stuff. If you know. Okay, so boom. So yeah, that's just really what it was at the time. So boom. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm taking it down, but I have no interest in calling this man. So maybe a year goes by, and I finally contact him, because I'm just like, just let me see what he got, because said my dream man, I've been trying to part ways. Even though he reliable, he just keep having more kids. Time just keep slipping out of his hand, and life getting to me. So I need to smoke my stress away. I'm trying to stay regulated, you know? So boom, I contact him one day, and I'm just like, hey, let me get a little something so I can see what you talking about over there. And it was smoking. I was like, okay. He got that sack. Okay. I'm like, this might actually work out. So maybe a year or two goes by, and then I'm just now his regular. I'm literally just now his regular. Even though the man is fine, you know, I know that he got the kid, because he's serving me the baby in hand. He a real daddy. A real deal daddy. The baby is a baby, can't stay in the house. He got to come outside with the baby. Okay? Daddy. But because I know there's a baby, mama. Can't believe she gave my man the baby. And he did. See? That's what I told her when I was arguing with her. I'm telling y'all, we gonna get into it. Okay? She wouldn't let that man go. He was trying to let her go. But I see why she wasn't trying to let her baby daddy go. If I get me one, I ain't letting him go either. Spoiler alert, y'all. No, I'm not even going to tell. We're going to say that for another time. We're going to say that for another time. Because that's definitely either part 2. And maybe part 2. Yeah, where I tell that. Where it's really going to make sense about this whole thing. But boom. So I'm like, if he got the baby, he probably lived with the mama. And I'm realizing they do live together. But he's telling me it's just a situation of, I don't know if it was like 50-50 or he was taking care of her or whatever the case may be. In my mind, I don't even think it was 50-50. I think homegirl was really having it good up over there. That's why I'm like, because I know once I started coming around, oh God, I can't even, because I'm like, I can't even tell you, because yeah, like, Lord have mercy. Because I ain't trying to be in that business. That's not my business. So like I said, I don't know whether it's 50-50 or whether he was taking care of her. She had it good up over there and wasn't coming up off of that man. Like I said, I understand. Because like I said, if I get me a baby, I'm not coming up off mine either. Straight like that. That's why I don't deal with nobody baby daddy. And I just tried to do that one time. Because like I said, he even told me his mind. He was just like, bro, I made a mistake, okay? Laid down with this girl. Boom, I got a baby. I can't do nothing about it now. So it was just like, boom. And it's like, I don't even know you. So, you know, I'm just not meeting this guy, whatever. So it's just like, whatever it is, you know. It ain't like he had the baby on me. He came with the baby. So, boom. About 2 years go by. We kicking it. I'm coming from him. Like I said, I know that there's a child. I know that there's a mama. But we like looking at each other like, the more I see you, you kind of fine. the more I see you, you're looking a little scrumptious. And then he done caught me sometimes when I'm going out with my girls and I'm all dolled up to go out. And I done caught him when I'm going to cop and he about to go out. Child, you know, it's just looking like you. We might be cute together. And we both born in August. That's why I'm like, we both August. That's why I'm like, he was a little younger than me. A little younger than me. Because if I'm 33 now, he would just be turning 30 this year. But he's always been, in all honesty, more mature than me. And that's why I liked him, because even though he looked young in the face, when he was in his 20s, he operated like he was in his 30s. Like, he operated like a grown man. Like I said, that girl was over there, and she was older than me. The baby mama was older than me. I can tell y'all that part. So I'm like, she wouldn't let go of that man. He younger than the both of us. And like I said, whether it was 50-50 or he taking care of everything, that girl had it good. I had it good just from what I had going on. And she had the baby. She had the house. She had him taken care of her. She had it good up over there. Okay? So, boom. We're looking at each other like, you know, the more I see you, you're looking a little good. You telling me, you know, ain't nothing going on with the mom. You know, you've been telling me since day one it ain't like that. But it's just like, you a man. You done gave this girl a baby. You gonna take care of this girl and this baby, as a man should do for me and any man that give a girl a baby. I know that's right. That's why I'm like, it's a little young tenderoni. Be speaking my lingo a little bit, and I like that. I like that a lot. So boom. So he asked me out on a date. He was just like, let me take you out. And I was like, and this is like after 2 years of us like seeing each other. So I'm just like in passing, just, you know, hey, no more than 2 minutes. And probably not even 2 minutes. Literally. Maybe 2 minutes, just a little interaction, not awkward. But not long at all. Okay? In 2 years, just a 2-minute interaction when I'm stopping through stuff like that. Just like, let me take you out. So I don't know if I was dating at this time. I probably was. And I probably was trying to wean myself off of whoever I was dating. Because I'm very super single now. Because I deal with the same people forever. Like I said, I was dealing with him for 5+ years. Once I deal with you, yeah, I just, like I said, when I'm girl shark. Once I be on that hook, I'll be on that hook. But it's just like, baby, this is not where I want to be. It be like, get me off of this hook. Like the shark that be fighting, like, baby, I belong in the sea. Like they said, these are not, oh, I done dropped my egg trying to peel it. But like they said, these are not shark infested waters. This is where I live. I live in the ocean as a girl shark. So I'm just like, boom, and that came out beautifully. You see how I did this dirty pot and this egg came off and just, like that? I love that for me. Love that for me. Grandma taught me a little something to get that shell off without fighting with it. I know that's right. But, all right, so he's like, let me take you out on a date. I'm like, let's do it. Like I said, I would, even if I was like dating, I wasn't in a relationship with anybody to the point where it's like I'm prohibited from going out with him. Also, single until you married. So, like, yeah, they be out there cheating and keeping all that. Yeah. So, boom. I'm like, all right. Actually, the first date that we went on was after my step cousin's wedding. I definitely remember that. Because I was like, well, I got to go to a wedding first. And then after the wedding, we can link up. And when I tell you I was so thirsty to get that wedding over with, because I'm so ready to get to this day, baby, I was baby, I'm giving him a play-by-play. I was almost at the point where it's like, come and get me. So we can get on this date. Because that's what I said, I was ended up being with him for, like I said, years. You know, we met each other's parents. Like, it was a thing. It was on accident. Because, like I said, this is my trivia, y'all. Keep that in mind. So we got to get to the date. All right, so boom. We get to the date. I think our first date was like a pizza spot. Because both of us love pizza. And I'm not that type of girl that is too good for anything. Child, that man could have took me to McDonald's and got a Happy Meal and I would have been happy. I love a good Mighty Kids meal. That's me, you know. He could have taken me to Chick-fil-A. I'm not too picky like that when girls go, I gotta go to Europe and Dubai and child, I don't even have a passport. I need to get one though, cause I don't feel like it's safe not to have a passport. Y'all got a passport? Get y'all a passport if y'all like, if it's expired, renew it. If you ain't never had one, get one. I feel like at this point it is a safety necessity to have. We might need to get up and go. Yeah, get that passport. Cause I be in the bed. But like I said, that part right there, that is. All right, boom. Pizzeria. With the pizzeria. The date was great. Like I said, I done already told y'all, it was a 5-year thing. It's a 5+ year thing with this man. So first date was great at the pizzeria. After this, we are hanging out regularly. This is becoming a thing. Like, we are enjoying each other's company, enjoying each other's time. So maybe for a year. No, because that's so crazy. Because like I said, our first date was after my step cousin's wedding, which was in January of that year. So which means a month after our first date, I ended up in the hospital. And that's the story time of why I can't have kids naturally, and the surgery and all the other kind of stuff, and how I have. Check out the video. It had nothing to do with him. It was just like my body ended up like, so I knew him for 2 years prior to that, and just like passing. And then like I said, we went on our first day. So for a month, we just vibing, becoming a thing. Right? Because if you go back to the video, I was with him when my body started like going through the whole, like, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I was like 23 hours away from death. Y'all gotta watch Storytime. That's like, it was my first Storytime, my first video on this channel. Because it was a lot that went on that I don't even remember at this point, because I was so in and out. So then, baby, I was 23 hours. I was an hour away from being dead. So I'm like, I was in the back of an ambulance getting rushed. It was a lot. I had 2 surgeries. Yeah. I've been thinking about the fact that I had this sports surgery. So boom, it was literally a month. Okay, so that's how my mom accidentally getting us together. Me going to the hospital. So boom. So I'm with him, but at this point, maybe I did tell my mom, and maybe they just didn't know that he was a tree man, is what it was. Maybe because I had to tell her, like, I'm going out. They knew I was going out on dates with like him, because like I said, we get to know each other. This is becoming a thing. But maybe I wasn't letting it be known that he was my tree man. Round of applause for me. That makes sense. But boom. So yeah, I ended up going to the hospital, and because like I said, I don't even have a lot of memory of like what happened in the hospital. Like I said, it's a month after I met this man. So my mama is like, "Oh hell no! I got one child, and this child is 1 hour away from dead. What the is going on?" So at this point, I didn't even have a phone. This is when I'm working off straight, like, iPad, no phone, no connection to the world. Like, me even talking to him was something that was like, I don't talk to nobody. I don't be on the phone with nobody. I don't deal with nobody. I deal with like the dude that I've been dealing with. And he know how to find me. He can pull up to this house. They don't know me my whole life. Anybody that I deal with, I don't really date like new people. Like, I date people that I've grown up with, and we always had crushes and try to see what it could be in adulthood. It ain't been about nothing. Okay, that's why God didn't put us together when ain't had that little romance love story like we thought we. No. All right. So boom. So my mom takes my iPad and she calls the last person. This is her logic. I'm not mad at her logic, but I'm just thinking about it like, girl, this could have been gone completely wrong, because she takes my iPad and she contacts the last person in my iPad. Mind you, she's a crafty one, because it's an iPad, and I'm talking to this man off text now. I don't know how she knew to check text now. Because he had an Android. I couldn't even talk to him on like Wi-Fi, iPad to iPad. That's how I figured out about text now, so I could contact him. And that's probably a reason why I just took his number when I met him at the gas station, because I really probably didn't even have a way to contact this man on his Android. Being honest. So, yeah. My mom ends up contacting the last person that I contacted, which was him. Now, mind you, I'm like, what if I was on a date with another man? And I'm thinking about it now, like, what if I, like, me being me, what if I was on a date with another man prior, and my tree man was just the last person that I contacted, like, afterwards, after the date, because I need to go pick up some trees. But I'm like, you just contacted the last person and said, what did you do to my daughter? And that man ain't do nothing to me. He do nothing. But my mama being my mama, she swears she's not a tiger mama, but rawr, the claws come out. That's why we in Big Cat City, Jaguars, okay? Big Cat City, the claws come out, especially about me and my life. Oh, my God. So she basically done told this man, from what I would gather from my mama, because I really don't know. Basically, my mama basically said, I don't know what the fuck you did to my daughter, but you better get your ass here before I come and find you. Because when I woke up in the ER, no, was it the ER? ICU. Because the NICU is where the babies be at. I'm in the ICU. I told you I'm an hour away from being dead. 1 hour away from being dead. Don't nobody know what's going on, not including me. Okay, we don't know what's going on. I'm just saying, it's Super Bowl weekend. That's time too. I'm like, y'all got my story time. Super Bowl weekend, I'm with my new boo. We doing good. He got all the money. I'm outside. That's why I'm like, I think it was the drink. I don't know what it was. Because, spoiler alert, I ended up having a small bowel obstruction. And that's why I'm like, but when they went in, I ended up getting diagnosed with endometriosis. And it was a lot that went into that. That's why I'm like, you got to watch story time. Because when I tell you, I woke up with tubes in every hole like it was a movie. I tried to pull them out. And they, hey, stop. And I'm like, man, whoa. I was just on the bathroom floor trying to get my life. Now I'm in ICU. Everybody walking around looking like, Monsters Inc. and them on yellow hazmat outfits. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? Like I said, and I can smell him. This how long this my boo. This my boo. Okay. So before I even wake up, my senses, I'm like, now out of all the people in the world, mind you, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when I wake up, my whole family there. I mean, like I said, I'm an hour away from death. They only allow like 1, maybe 2 people. My family real black. Baby, they thought I was finna be, it looked like the finna, ready. Everybody, like, if she going, we here. That's why I'm like, I be giving my family a hard time, but baby, we got to, it's a whole lot of love, but just be a whole lot of mess and other stuff too. But everybody there. And everybody on my whole family there. Mama, daddy, grandma, aunties, cousins, everybody. I'm like, eyes closed. I know, why do I smell this man? And I'm just thinking like, I'm in love. Because I'm like, I smell this man, but I'm like, there's no way he would be here, because there's no way anybody would be able to tie the two. This is what I'm thinking and waking up out of sedation. Okay? This is what I'm thinking about this man. And that's why I'm just like, there's no way he could be here. Girl, he was. This my right hand. He's right here. Right hand. Open up my eyes. I could have been dead. I should have been dead. I'm like, oh, what the hell is going on? I just woke up in this room with the tree man, with my family. What is going on? Jesus. Like, at this point, my grandma don't even know that I smoke. So it's just like, bro, what the is the tree man doing here? What is he doing here? He fine. I'm glad he came through. I like that. That's why I'm like, it ended up being years in. But I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? This how you know my life a real ghetto fairy tale. Because it's just like, it should not be this way. Because me being me, somebody mama called me, click. I ain't do nothing to your child. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You got to have the police come and interrogate me. If you think I did something, I can tell them I didn't do nothing. But I don't even know you and your little girl like that. This is me. Or so somebody's son called me, ma'am, I didn't do nothing to that man. I do know he was telling me that he was having stomach problems. I took her home. But I guess my mom was thinking, you drunk. Like I said, it's Super Bowl weekend. I'm partying on my new boo. We spending money on, we bottles on bottles, clubs on clubs. We lit. Not coming home till 7 a.m. every morning. Woo! Outside. Okay? So my mom was like, no, so my mama the real girl, sharp, real that nigga right in. You get your ass over here right now. Where he was at right now, and I know that's right, and I know that's right. So from there, that's literally how it happened. Where my mama ended up going through my iPad. Like I said, I don't know how she knew to contact him through that. I don't know, because my mama is over 50 years old, and she acting like she don't know how to work the remote control. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how she do. But she's a Scorpio, baby. She whatever had to be done. She was like, I'm finna get this. That's what I love for Scorpio. She's like, oh baby. If the remote control don't really matter. Trying to connect the Wi-Fi don't matter to her. She don't worry about stuff like that. But when they had to get down to the get down, oh, she's gonna get down to the bottom of it. Federal Bureau of Investigations. Forget the local sheriff's office. The big guns blazing. Call the CIA. Call them boys. Call all the 3-letter boys y'all got. She the real 3-letter girl. Don't play with her. The big one, okay? WONONE, the one. That's my girl, okay? Simple as that. But yeah, from there, I was in a hospital for a month straight. yeah, I like I said, I went into the hospital at the beginning of February. I didn't leave until the end of February. And he was there every day. He was at the hospital every day. And then from there, we just, oh my God, I was in a hospital, like I said, the beginning of February to the end of February. And Valentine's Day is when he asked me to be his girlfriend. I'm in a hospital trying to recover. Y'all gotta watch the video. I'm like, child, I had to do physical therapy. My legs are literally noodles. I had to do physical therapy to like learn how to walk again. I had to do like the little breathing thing so my breathing could get right. I'm like, it's a big old, I got a big old scar. It ain't big. Let me not do Cameron like that. Because he said this is the smallest incision he ever did because he knew that I was vain. Thank you. Because I was a, like, networking, like, parasocial, internet promotional model prior to me doing this. But now that I, like, do promotional modeling with, like, real company, not real company because everybody else is real company, but y'all know the brands that I work with, Hennessy, Anheuser-Busch, stuff like that. I'm like, I asked them, what am I supposed to do about this surgery, knowing that my career, the career that I want, is in the face and making sure I have a little small frame. I want to be in the media, the marketing, the modeling, especially promotional modeling. Now that I know that's really my lane, because I love marketing and I love modeling, and I know promotional modeling, duh, is exactly ding, 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 what I should be doing. That's why I'm like, I can't be no swimwear runway. I can't be no Victoria's Secret angel with no scar. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, what aren't y'all understanding? One day I need some wings floating down my back on a runway. You gave me a scar, but like that man said, that's the smallest decision I ever made. Because when I was just like, a scar, y'all, I used to have an Audi belly button. I got an innie now. He saw them. I said, where's my belly button? He said, it's right there. He didn't say it like that, but in my mind, that's how he said it. He's just like, it's right there, girl. Like, I did my big one on you. That's what he was basically going to tell me. He was like, girl, I performed surgeries with stitches all the way up here on exploratory surgeries. He said, I knew your little vanity having self wasn't going to have no bisque all the way up to here. You fucking right. I'm glad he knew that much. I'm glad, baby, if you don't know me and that man ain't know me, I'm glad you knew that much. So he got that doctor. You better have sent something since that I needed to look good after this. Don't be laughing in the chat, but I'm just like that. I'm glad he knew. So yeah, all of that happened, and he's just with me during all of the recoveries, and in the hospital, out of the hospital. Valentine's Day, that's what I was getting to. Valentine's Day, he asked me to be his girlfriend. Like I said, I'm in a hospital and I'm in a gown, and he's looking at me from across the room, and he's like, check your phone. Well, I need to start off by the fact that on Valentine's Day, he came up into that room with some Popeyes. Okay, because y'all know we all be in a hospital. They have like hospital food, so I was so grateful that everybody was bringing me outside food, and I'm recovering from surgery, so this like when I could start eating solid foods again. I was literally on like smoothies and like liquid food, and I was literally having to build myself. Like I said, I had to do physical therapy, recovery to gain my life back, everything like that. So he brought me some Popeyes and some pizza. Now that I think about it, I want to say, was that the next day he brought me Chinese food, or did I get Chinese food that same day? He might have brought me Chinese food that night. But I know he bought me Popeyes and pizza that morning. Like I said, I don't know if it was Chinese food that same morning or if it was that night. But I know he just bought me like the stuff that I love. Like I said, I'm in surgery. He's there. I'm recovering from surgery. Whatever the case may be. And he's like, check your phone. And I'm like, what? So then I check my phone. And then he sent me like one of them little gifts, you know. And it's like, will you be my girlfriend? And I'm just like in the hospital looking like my daddy's son, and nobody did my hair. Baby, I'm down to 73 pounds. Oh, Lord. Oh, this man. But then he told me it was just like me being in the hospital, like, did not bother him. I had this man massaging my back in the hospital, massaging my feet. I was in so much pain trying to recover. And he was there. But he was like, I grew up in a hospital. He was like, his mom has sickle cell trait, so he has sickle cell. So between the two of them, he's like, I've been in the hospital my whole life. This is nothing new to me. Okay, to the point where even in the point of me being me, oh my God, y'all can see the tree man. Little bonus story time, because I'm not gonna make another story time about this, but little bonus story time is because I've been in the hospital for a month, and he's the tree man. He ended up getting arrested. We think he got set up. We're not really certain. But he ended up getting arrested for serving somebody, and the one and that burned that, oh God, that really like got to him, because out of everything that he was doing, I know the one thing that he prided himself on, he had never been arrested. He had never been arrested before. So he's like, I'm clean. I have a squeaky clean record. Like, I'm watching myself. I'm doing good. Okay. So I'm like, okay, that's good. But then, like I said, I'm in the hospital. And see, this is why I be but honestly, he don't. This is why I be trying to tell me, you should have been at that hospital where you were supposed to be, because he was spending the night with me at that hospital every night. Okay? Because my mama wanted to spend the night with me every night. But I'm like, mommy, like, first of all, I didn't even know if I was going to live, just to be honest. So I didn't want her to, like, be in a hospital and I don't survive. So I was literally sitting at her home just in case, like, I didn't make it out of the hospital. I'm her only child. It was like, girl, I like she said, I had never been into the hospital. Like, I've been, like, to the doctors and stuff like that, but I hadn't been to the hospital since I was born. She's like, she never had to do nothing like this. I ain't never broken no bones. I ain't never, like, had nothing, no surgeries, nothing to the point where I've had to go to the emergency room, hospital, nothing. I've had maybe a common cold at the very most. I've never missed a day of school, kindergarten through 12th grade. I went to school every day, no problems. That's why I'm like, my health, God loves me. My health, it was up there. That's why I was like, having surgery and then diagnosed, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. But the way my cycles were set up, the diagnosis made sense. I was like, finally, we have an answer, because I'm telling y'all, I'm dying at least once a month. Y'all not believing me, but that's why I'm like, the surgery ain't have nothing to do with that man. It was definitely, me. But he just happened to be there, and that's how that happened. But yeah, he ended up getting arrested serving. He bonded himself out, had his mama come and pick him up and drop him off at the hospital. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember calling his phone, and it rang the one time, and I think that's when he was like getting handcuffed, and I think the cop declined my call. You could have answered it and let me know. Your little boo thing getting arrested, he gotta go. Because when I called back, it kept going straight to voicemail. And then that's when I knew something was wrong. And I did not want in my heart to look in the system and see that he was in the system. I probably wouldn't even saw it. Hold on, y'all. Now that I think about it, I'm in the hospital. He had the bail bonds lady call me at the hospital. Yes, because I remember my hospital phone rang. And I'm thinking it's him. Because only him, my mom, and my family are the people that called me. Because, again, I didn't have no phone at this time. I'm working off Wi-Fi. I'm working off tablet. I'm working off, my family wrote their phone numbers down on my dry erase board in the hospital where the nurses write their information in so I could call them. Like, I'm using the hospital phone. The bail bonds lady called me. I missed it, though. I think I start 69 because I missed it and I wanted to see if it was him. I didn't recognize the number and I called it back. And that's when the bail bondsman lady told me, oh, yeah, sir was looking for you. And he's gone now. Somebody that came and got him. Next thing I know, he getting dropped off at my hospital room. That's why I was like, a ghetto fairy tale. A really ghetto fairy tale. But these are the things that you do for the plot so you can have a story to tell. Now, y'all always know my story times are, don't be like me. Again, this is just for the plot. I don't have any kids. I was living life, seeing what life was about. I grew up sheltered. I didn't grow up in the neighborhood of those things. So I was just kind of like living life. And like I said, there are some other story times that came out of my experiences with him. But just that one time of like us accidentally getting together, because like I said, my mom went through that phone and was like, oh no, somebody give me some answers right now. If she can't tell me, somebody better tell me what's going on. And I don't blame her one bit for that, because I'll be doing the same thing as mama. I don't know. That's exactly right. Because I'm like, I think that's all I want to tell y'all about him in this particular story time. Because like I said, I definitely want to give y'all... Oh my God, I'm just thinking about the time, oh my God, where I had to argue. I ain't even gonna say had to argue with his baby mom, but it's so funny because even my mama was there when I was arguing with his baby mom, and that sounds like a ghetto fairy tale. But like I said, that girl was not letting up off her baby dad. Girl, let go of my man. Let go of my man. Okay. Like I said, oh my God, that's why I gotta give y'all. We gotta end it here because I gotta give y'all part 2. Because like I said, part 2 is really gonna be messy. That's how I'm like, we gonna end it right here where it's cool, calm, and collected at, because part two got me spitting my foot on part two. Oh man. That's when the drop, man. That's when it really became a ghetto fairy tale, because it's just like, this should be so perfect. But we got this one baby mama. Because not the baby cool. It's the one baby mama that won't let up off him. God almighty. I feel like she a part of the reason why he... Ooh, let me shut my mouth. But if you know where I'm going with that, I'm going with it. Because I feel like he should have just been over... You know what? He was going to take care of her to the day she died, though. And that was one thing that I could not get jiggy with. Because I don't blame him, but at the same time... Boy, I want to know. Let me decide. Whatever Doja say. I'm jealous. Oh, I'm jealous. Oh, I'm jealous. Like, girl, that's my man. Baby, I can't help myself. It's really like that. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Oh. He should be here. He should be. He's not even alive. So it's like, girl, nobody wanted in. Well, at least I don't have the baby, because now that baby don't got no daddy and she got that baby. And that's what I was telling that girl. That's why I'm like, girl, I ain't even finna argue with you. At the end of the day, you got that baby. I'm so glad I don't. I'm so glad I get to leave every situation without a baby. That is my saving grace of life. Also, let me make this very clear. I do not participate in procreation, baby making activities. I'm not in the business of making babies. So I don't even be doing that. So I'm like, don't even think like none of that is going down. Because even when I was in a hospital and they was trying to figure out what's going on, and they was like, are you pregnant? And I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. Like, I'm not even doing nothing to be pregnant. Here go my mama. Run that test. Girl. And the test very negative. Like I told you. It ain't no baby up in me unless I'm Virgin Mary. That's why I'm like, which I'm hoping. I really do have that like delusion that God will give me my baby Jesus, and I don't have to have procreation to have no baby. I also don't want no baby coming up out of me. And then I also look at adoption, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna deal with that either. So I think I really just want to be like Jesus and live my life for God. Not even for me, for God. It's just like, I'm here because God want me to let y'all know that he exists and y'all need to follow him. That's it. Like I said, I'm Jesus' baby sister. Simple as that. Okay? Like I said, he gave y'all Jesus and y'all still act like y'all know he exists. So now I get to punch y'all in the face to let y'all know what Jesus wouldn't do. Maybe he would. That's why we say, what would Jesus do? He flips tables. I like flipping tables. I like flipping tables. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Love flipping a good table or two. What must be done? What must be done? So boom. See, this is what I'm saying about the shrimp. I never really care about the shrimp, but it's a lollipop. Just to get the sauce off, and then just be holding some in the tail. See how it's dripping off? Cause I don't think shrimp is that good. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not a fish person. I don't know. Maybe because it's just like that rubbery. I don't know. I mean, because shrimp is good in that sushi, I tell you that. I don't know. It's just like this. Eating shrimp like this. If it's fried, I be with it. I be all the way with it when it's fried. But this is like, maybe. Like, yeah, it just has to be fried. But then I like anything fried. Sauce made it good. I tell you that much. Sauce definitely made it good. So, yeah, y'all. Y'all. And I happen to be reading the comments. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. So you remind me of, I cannot. I see it though. I see it. So that means I got to be nice about calling Cardi a New York rap. And I'm only saying that because somebody told me I look like that little pet mouse. And that's why I'm like, I see it. 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 I'm like, as I see. A moment. That's a moment. That's a moment. That means I need to be nicer. Because I'm like, I see it. I don't know if I like it, but I see it. I see it. Just like somebody called this girl an ugly big head bitch. And she was like, okay, you ate me up a big head, but ugly? Ugly. And I'm like, right, you can call me big because you ain't wrong with big head. I don't know if I like it. But you ain't wrong. But ugly? Stop it. Even though I'm looking like my daddy's son right now. We love them boys too, though. Now I'm just running my mouth. I've been running my mouth. But I'm like, I think that's all for the story time. Because like I said, I'm going to give y'all part 2, which is messy. Oh. So I can remember what part 2 is about. Because I'm like, I don't know what part 3 was supposed to be about. But I'm like, we will end this by saying, part 2 is how... Okay, so we're going to end this off by saying, part 2 is, I found out that the tree man, that ended up becoming my boyfriend. Like I said, he even asked me on Valentine's Day. Like, yeah, like I said, our families met each other, everything. Okay? But I ended up finding out that man... Okay, so I'm going to put it like this, because I got to figure out what I want to put the title as. But I'm going to say, because I found out from his cousin, like I said, at the gas station, that he was no longer alive, I ended up looking up his obituary online. Okay? And in looking up his obituary online, I found out that this man was married. Blew my mind, blew my mind, blew my mind. Because I'm just like, wait a minute. When I tell you, that was the part that I did not see coming. When I saw that obituary, that's how you know it's real. When it's in the obituary. Not like he's no longer here. And you want it to be remembered in the obituary. Like I said, I met his family. He met my family. We're here. My mama calling him son-in-law. His mama calling me daughter-in-law. I'm with the family. He's with my family, y'all. Y'all. Okay? Y'all. Like I said, I ended up finding out that he was... It got to a point where I ended up deciding, like I said, the baby mom thing was a lot for me. It honestly was, because I don't have any kids. And it's just like, he was going to take care of that woman because she had the baby. Whether they were together or not, because she had the baby, he's a commendable man. He's going to make sure she's taken care of, because as long as she's taken care of, that baby is taken care of. And as long as that baby is taken care of, that's what matters to him. Again, he's not wrong. I can't fault him, but I'm jealous. I'm jealous. And I can't deal with that. So it's just like, I had to let it go. But like I said, at the same gas station that I ended up meeting him at, I ended up seeing his cousin, because the whole family knows me. And they're like, you... And I'm like, I don't even want to talk to y'all. I should say this for, that part. But it's just, a little sneak peek. And I'm just like, I don't even want to talk to y'all. He's just like, you don't even know cuz not alive. And I'm just like, I was hoping he was going to just not take care of this baby. He ain't alive. This is my favorite man on the world. I'm telling y'all. I mean, through surgeries, he was there. Y'all, I caught COVID twice. And like I said, I had very good health. I waited 2 years to go out before I caught COVID going out in 2022. Because I was like, we've been in the house forever. I'm going to step outside. I got to step out again in January. Step out. COVID. He was there. I'm talking about sitting outside my window. Because, you got to quarantine. Baby, and I had to let it air out anyway. Just put the COVID right back in the air where it came from. I sure did. Don't care, baby. I couldn't sit up in there. Sorry. He right outside the window. Could have called it. But like I said, I'm blowing my coat back into the world. Well, I saw it was in a disinfectant bubble, but yet and still, he's outside of that window every day, just like he would if I was like good to go and I was able to leave the house and I with my boo thing. Every day in quarantine, outside my window, leaving food at the door, whatever I need, like medicine, whatever I need, snacks, whatever I need. Like I said, because I still just want to see him, and that's something that I need. And my little feelings. Like, do you really care? Yes, girl. He put up a lawn chair and sat outside your window when you had COVID. And on the 2 times that you had COVID. Like, I had COVID, like I said, on 2 separate occasions. Both times, that man sat outside that window. And that's what only look real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my heart free, real love. Oh, I'm searching for a real love. All right, I'm glad y'all have my back. I know that's right. Because it really be like that. Ooh, when I met you, I just knew that you would take my heart and run. Really want you to realize. Really want to put you on. I've been searching for someone to satisfy my every need. Won't you be my inspiration? Be the real love that I need. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm searching for. It be like that. It really do. Because I thought he was the one. I wanted him to be the one. It be a lot of them that I want to be the one. And that's why I'm like, my life is a ghetto fairy tale. Because it's just like, oh, I hate to say it. Because I'm like, maybe they are princes from other castles, like, along the way. But it's just like, yeah, they be too spoiled. And they just don't be it. They just don't. Because it just be like, no, 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 no. And like, he had the perfect amount of, like, middle class sophistication, but still middle class. Who? Because your mama still let you go around your cousins. That's how you ended up becoming a tree man. Because, yeah, like I said, I met him at the gas station. You live in the neighborhood. Like I said, I'm not going to have to worry. You have to come from money. But hanging out with his cousins, that's what I told him you don't need to be doing. And I told him that. I don't care that these your cousins. They're bad for you. I told him that. I told him that. And like I said, that's something like we're going to say for part 2 about, because I really be missing my boo. And that's why I'm like, this part of the story time. Because that's something I couldn't really think of a story time. But this is what's be on my mind. Because I be missing my boo. Because, like, it's hard to, like, and it's sad. Y'all can't replace a tree man? Oh, my God. I was living. I used to, yeah, he used to pay for me not to go to work. Oh, my God. He'd be like, you can call out of work. I'll pay you for the day. I miss those days. I'm lying. I make $200 a day. I got $250. Okay. Okay. Come and get me. I'm finna call out right now. What? And he's gonna pay for everything too? After he done paid for me not to go to work? Whatever we do is paid for? This man would take me on day trips. Like, we will be gone. It's nothing. Oh, because he's the tree man. It's nothing for him to drive. We in Atlanta. We in Orlando. We in small little random little places that he know about with his cousins and families and aunties and all this. I remember one time he got mad that I would not take the trip with him to LA. And I'm just like, babe, no. No. I'm not going. I'm not. Because he wanted to, like, get to, like, dispensaries. Like, he was really big on being a tree man, but turn it into him having a dispensary. Which is why I was like, this is kind of okay. Like, it's not like I said, he had a very clean record until he didn't. But he was very, like, having his head on enough. Like, it's position, it's on. Like, I would give him that, especially because, yeah, like, just he had a little something that was going on. Because, that's why when I met him, he was working at a warehouse as well. So the tree stuff was just like, because he had the baby and he did additional. Because I'm like, how did I not tell my parents that he worked at a warehouse like Amazon? Because he did. I can tell y'all now. Because I'm like, yeah, he was working at a warehouse. That's what it was. And he would work overnight at the warehouse, which is how, oh my God. When you start thinking about things, especially out loud at that. But yeah, he, like I said, he was real big on turning his small operation into a legit operation. Not just a small operation into a big, illegitimate operation. No, he wanted it to be a small operation that becomes a big legal. Y'all see I got on a t-shirt from a dispensary. This was his end result. And like I want to be part of it. You see, I got a dispensary t-shirt on right now. Okay? So I was like, hey, I'm with this. Okay? You know, you getting it for the free skins. Just like, hey. I love me a little free little say, you know. You know. So, boom. Like I said, I've been running my mouth for almost an hour. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me. And I greatly appreciate that, because I'm like, we got some love in the chat. We got some love in the likes. I'm like, y'all still hanging out with here. And I'm just like, we having a really good Virgo season. I'm like, y'all in the chat. Pew, 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 pew. Act like I feel like that was horrible. That was giving, like, drama, like, do, 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 do. And I wanted to do the celebration keynote, whatever it is. Pew, 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 pew. Maybe that was better. Higher pitch. Because low was like, either way, Y'all know I live for the drama. Cause I gotta figure out a way to say it, because I'm like, Cardi and I both graduated class of 2010, and we are both most dramatic. So I'm gonna say PSAS, class of 2010, most dramatic. Okay, because I'm like, yeah, because baby, I wish she would have called this the most dramatic tour. I'm so mad it's called the Little Miss Drama Tour. Little Miss Drama, you couldn't think of nothing better than. Why is this not the most dramatic tour? This should be the most dramatic tour we've ever seen. She's been flying on top of ceilings and falling and shit. You could have come out with acrobats and, girl, you didn't have a stripper bowl at the Grammys at this point. You could have, you didn't even be on the team. You didn't be on the creative team, because you listening to gay men. Listen to a black woman. That's why she won't let Offset cousin go. What's her name? Precious. Patience. We always call her Precious. That's why I was like, that's not it. That's not it. When I said it out loud, I'm like, that's not it. Her girl name is Patience. What's that girl name? Yeah. But she need one more, because Patience not on the creative side. Patience is on the admin side of things. She want to be a black woman anyway. May as well let a black woman be on her team. You know what I'm saying? The creative team. Not the gay men that want to be the women. Right, that one bit. Call me Cardi. But yeah, y'all. Like Tasha K, I'm finna go. That'll do it. Somebody, the shrimp's gone. I got 2 left. I honestly gotta lie, y'all. I was running my mouth more than anything. I thought I was hungry, but this honestly how I eat. I'm like, I might have to, put a little smoke on my stomach, then I'm gonna devour through this. Well, so before I started, and that's why I thought I would have devoured through this. But this is how much I ate, y'all. Peanuts, 1 shrimp, the protein. We ate the protein. Yeah, we ate the majority of the protein, which was the egg, which was the main thing. All right, y'all. Well, thanks. Y'all thought it was a good story. Good. That's all. We're gonna come back for the next parts. About how I found out that he was married. Well, y'all found out about how he was married, but like all the in between and all that. Well, you will find out. Yeah. And like I said, I thought there was another part that I was gonna tell, but maybe because I already gave y'all a mini story time in this story time. But right, game over. That's why I'm like, y'all live in the chat. That's why I gotta have to scroll a bit. Baby, you know what's crazy? I don't eat fish. So I've never in my entire life had a tuna sandwich. Now, my mama will come on this live and tell you that she's giving me a tuna sandwich my whole life. Mommy, it didn't make it to my stomach. I do not eat tuna. I do the tuna fish sandwich. I mean, like, I tried it. Like, she like with the crackers and everything. I like a little saltine cracker and a little dip to it. I'm here for it. I don't know how y'all get jiggy with the mayonnaise and the fish. And ain't it like relish inside of it? I got a fish. No, it's not that I'm allergic. It's just I just don't find it delightful. I don't find it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like fish. I don't know. You know what? I don't like fish because when I was given fish as a child, because I just like to eat. Like I said, my nickname is Munch. So I'll eat the bones. So I am traumatized from fish. My mom says I like whiting if I eat anything, which is like kids' fish, which was like the real fish of what tilapia is like fake fish. Apparently, that's not like a real fish. Apparently, it's like a genetically modified fish. But like whiting would be like the real version of tilapia, where it's like a fish with no bones that's just filleted, good to eat. Boom. But I'm like, yeah, but that would be it for our lunch bang. The lunch bang was potatoes, shrimp, peanuts, and boiled egg. I'm like, that is what's gonna do it for us today. So I know I love a good snack attack. And y'all, and I also wanted to bring back on, because y'all know spooky season is coming. Y'all remember these bowls from last year from Walmart, the 50-cent bowls that came with, well, they didn't come with, but they came, it was made with like a plate to match it. Not, you had to buy them separately, but they looked alike. Okay, so boom. The bowl, the plate, the cup. Y'all remember when Walmart Walmart still makes them, but I'm like, y'all remember the spooky theme? Spooky season? I'm like, spooky season is, oh my God, we got to get Ben, y'all. We got to get our skeleton. We got to bring Ben back because he been that skeleton. He got to come back out this year. Ben been waiting to make his appearance. Oh, we got to get the hay. Ooh, we got to get ready for fall. I'm like, because I do have some other stuff that I want to do. So I'm like, we are going to, I'm like, I got some graphics that I want to do because I want to decorate the windows. Y'all know how people decorate their windows for like Christmas with like season's greetings. They don't have like a snowman on it or a reindeer. Like they use those markers and stuff like that. I want to do that, but I want to DIY it to the point where I use my projector to trace onto like a big, maybe I'll have to use like my photography backdrop, something that's big so that way it could go along the window and I could project onto it, and that way I can like tape it to the window and then use the marker to draw, because y'all know I can't draw, but I can trace, hopefully, because I can't even draw a straight line. I really can't. God bless all the artists, because I use assistive intelligence. I don't like calling AI artificial. Assistive intelligence, because you know I got the intelligence and they are the assistants. So thanks for letting me know I'm so pretty. I appreciate that. That's why I love when y'all to leave in the chat. That's why I'm just yapping and running my mouth, because y'all making me feel good today, because I'm like, the chat has been A1. Shout out to y'all. Give yourselves a round of applause, because I'm like, ain't nobody coming to chat being weird. Everybody came with positive energy. I ain't have to go off on nobody on this live. Y'all know something that I noticed too? Why every time I have to go off on a live, it's a man? There's not one time a woman has come on my live and said something that is unnecessarily rude, unwarranted, disrespectful, nothing. It's always a man that'll come on here and say something. Y'all got to watch yourselves with that. I don't like that for you one bit. Like, every time I have to block somebody for saying something disrespectful, it's a man. The women come on here right. The good men come on here right. But it be certain type of loser men that subscribe to be loser men. And I don't have an unnatural allegiance to losers. I'm a Virgo that calls out others a natural allegiance to losers. Like my fellow Virgo, Cat Williams. You know, we have critically opinions. We are critically acclaimed, opinionated people. This is why I like running my mouth. But I'm finna go, y'all, because I literally have some content that I need to edit. But like I said, I just wanted to be live, get this content out, because it is Virgo season, and boom, we've been moving and shaking and getting to it. I'm like, we in our bag, we in our Bible, we doing what we need to do. Again, like I said, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all choose to be here with me. I'm like, we got almost 30 likes. Like, this is wild to me. That's why I'm like, L's up, we love the Lord. Y'all them ones right there. Am I coming back later? I don't know. I might, because yesterday I was in the mood to do a double live. So I'm like, you never know. But I do want to, one of these nights, we're going to have a movie night. Because like I said, y'all, I have a projector. So I have an inflatable screen, which y'all know y'all can rent if you are local. If you have any events, it is a 20-foot inflatable screen outdoor. But I also have a little pop-up. It might be in the tiny house at this point. But I have a pop-up screen. And I'm like, I want to start doing movie nights. Or we're going to do socials. Because y'all know we are the social club. SOULCIAL, not just socials running our mouth, but we do this in the soul. That's why I'm like, we don't like when the losers come over here. We're like, we are God's daughters, God's dolls, God's children, whether we brass Barbies, G.I. Joes, Ken dolls, green soldier toys, whatever the case may be. You know, we're good people. We the real GDs, God's dolls, God's daughters. So, you know, that's just what it is. But yeah, the social club, I'm thinking we're gonna vibe out. We need to do, because YouTube been coming through with the movies. Have y'all been checking out my watch later playlist? YouTube is coming through with the movies. Especially if you black. I'm sorry, because I'm black. But speaking for a place of being black, the black movies, the black culture movies. I mean, they still got like good like rom-com movies in general. Because I mean, like they even got like Save the Last Dance. I mean, but they had like Crooklyn. They had like He Got Game. They got like Spike Lee joints. I'm just like, for the free. I'm telling y'all, I'm like, I still have yet to see Queen of the Damned. I haven't seen Queen of the Damned not one time in my life. But like I said, I'm ready. Which is like, I'm thinking that's the first one we're going to start with while it's still free with ads. And we're not going to skip no ad, YouTube. Because y'all know how we do. We do not skip no ads. So we appreciate you for giving us this free with ad content. That's why y'all come over here. Y'all don't skip no ad. The only way you can skip an ad was if you join a member channel membership, where you don't even have to worry about where the ads are at. But other than that, don't skip no ads, y'all. Okay? So, that's what... I'm really about to wrap this up. Because I'm like, now I'm just putting them out. But we got a 30 likes. Y'all rocking out with me. Stop it. Stop it. Right. You see it social. Exactly. All right. So I'm like, I'm supposed with y'all happy. Y'all turning me up. Y'all make me want to dance with y'all. Hype me up. Hey. Hype me up. Hey. Hype me up. Hey. I hype me up. I said, dum, 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 dum. On who? Hey. On me on 33. Boom, 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 boom. Because y'all know I just turned 33. And I'm like, I've never got 30 likes on a YouTube live. And just like that, what that Bible verse of the day said, let God worry about it. That's what it basically said to me in my mind. I'm like, but let me actually read it for what it says. That Bible verse of the day definitely said, it does not depend on human desire nor effort, but on God's mercy. Because that's why I'm like, I ain't never seen this 30 likes. I appreciate y'all for that. Won't God do it? And he'll use y'all to help him. I know that's right, because y'all being a good steward of God's word. I'm telling y'all, every 30 of y'all, and whoever else was watching, because I feel like at this point we done got at least up to 1,000 views. Whoever laid eyes on this, blessed. You left the like, super blessed. When I tell you God's gonna come through, because God blesses those who bless me. And y'all don't even know, because I don't even know what that just did. But I know because I was hemming and hawing and really trying to figure out where I was going with this. And God was just like, from the Bible verse of the day to me being here, just do it like Nike. And we doing it. And I'm just like, whoa. Small steps make a big impact. I know this is just, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Speaking of which, that's why I'm like, I need to edit my content because, yeah, Virgo season is in and I got to end it with my blessed to be 33. So we got some content that we need to edit. Thank y'all for tuning in live. Before we go, let's say our Course in Miracles, not only because we believe in it, but because we know that it works. And we know that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure, as it is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. As we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small does not serve the world, as there is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others won't feel insecure around you. As we are all meant to shine as God's children do. And we are born to make manifest the glory of God within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in each and every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fears, our presence will liberate others. And with that being said, be good, be great, look good, don't hate, spread love. Because that's what a real mob do. Keep it gangster. Look out for your people, because that's what the real gangsters do. Subscribe for the vibes, and I'll see y'all next time. Also, y'all, that YouTube check about to drop. So is a giveaway. Ting. See